Earlier, we talked about Meg Whitman and Jerry Brown. What truly will prove to be the difference when the history books are written will one moment have decided this election. To talk about that, we are now joined by veteran journalist Charles Feldman. And as Charles joins another case from the Feldman. Hey, Charles.
Hey, how you doing, Fred?
Good, thank you. You wrote about this on Huffington Post today. The gotcha moment seems to be Meg Whitman's housekeeper. Do you think that's going to decide this election?
No. I think it was, as I wrote, a sort of interesting way of sort of shaking things up. I think that it's not uncommon before an election to have a kind of last-minute surprise involving one candidate, sometimes both. I just don't think it was, in the end, a big enough issue. I think there are so many things wrong with the state of California and so many really important pocketbook issues that have a great impact on everybody who lives in this state, that while it was interesting and it made a lot of news coverage for several days, I don't think in the end it's going to make the determining difference between whether or not Meg Whitman or Jerry Brown gets elected.
You know, I was thinking perhaps the key in any election, especially in this state, be vague, make a bunch of promises, and make sure to explain why you couldn't keep them after being elected. That being said, what do you think Whitman and Brown stand for? What is their plan?
By the way, that's a very good formula. You should patent that one. What do they stand for? I think, basically what it comes down to is Jerry Brown's position is, hey, I've been there, I've done that, so I am your man. And her position, if you really want to whittle it down to its essential, is I haven't been there, I haven't done that, and that's why I'm your woman. And really that's what it comes down to. It's experience for Brown versus a sort of outside business look for Whitman.
But if they say that, both of them, if that's what they say, they're really saying nothing. What's the plan?
Well, they do each have a plan. The problem is they don't really tell you, and they haven't thus far, at least I haven't heard it, how they really intend to implement their plan. Because the problem with this state has always been the very difficult, to say the least, state legislature. And while each of the candidates, Brown and Whitman, have articulated what they would like to do, I have yet to hear either one of them say how exactly they intend to go about doing it.
20 seconds left, quickly. Sacramento Bee and LA Times have endorsed Brown. What do these endorsements mean, if anything?
Absolutely nothing. Democrats will vote for the Democrat. Republicans for the Republican. That leaves the independents. I think the independents are going to make up their mind based on a lot more things than whatever a newspaper says. And besides, who reads newspapers anymore, right?
Well put. Well put. All right, Charles, great job as always. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you again soon.